Ain't nothing to it but to do it. Excuse that motherfucking mess back there. Damn, that shit look crazy. I should have did it on this side of the bed, bro. I forgot about all that shit. I'm gonna be real with y'all. All that shit right there, cause that nigga don't know where to put half that shit. Y'all see the PS3 though? Retro gaming, retro gaming, retro gaming. Um. Anyways, ain't nothing to it but to do it. So, did y'all hear that Xbox in the background? Y'all fuck with Xbox or not? Y'all fuck with Xbox or not? Let me turn my fucking controller off. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. I'm not sponsored by Barb. Get that shit out of here. Get that shit out of here. Okay, ain't nothing to it but to do it. Now I don't know if I'm gonna post this on my main channel or my manga sensei channel. To be honest, it could go on both. It could go on both. Right now I'm leaning more towards my manga sensei channel, mainly due to the fact, mainly due to the fact that in this video we're gonna review a little video. I want now what I mean by ain't nothing to it but to do it. I've been slacking. I haven't, you know, been in the best mental headspace to fucking upload videos. And I've made so many, and I mean so many videos talking about this, explaining this, and just I haven't posted a video. So in a way, this is a testament to myself to just fucking upload. So this video is gonna have no edits, raw uncut footage, raw uncut footage. Um, just 100% me personality, a little bit, enthusiastic, exaggerated personality, not 100% like how I am off cam. But we're here to talk about 1 minute. We are here to talk about Dean Angel. Oh my gosh, yes. See ya. I hope y'all didn't hear that fucking car. Damn honking his horn outside. I don't know what's good with niggas. The End Angel. Now this is going to serve all off memory, and I'm not going to lie to y'all. This is one of a brain fuck. Now, if y'all don't know, recently the D End Angel reprints or like remastered basically edition have volume one. I think just released. I don't know if it's all of them or whatever, but like I said, I'm not going to edit this shit, so y'all can correct me down below. But D and Angel. So this is the original. I have volume one and two. I have another volume two. So if anybody's looking for a volume two, just fucking let me know, and I'm gonna send it to you. I have two volume twos. Reason being is because I wanted a volume one. I got this off of eBay, and fuck. Maybe this shit might need to be edited. I just fucking lost. Yeah, I got this off of eBay and they were sending it as volume one and two together instead of just volume one by itself. So I I got so I just was like fuck it, I'm gonna just get both of them. Now, am I gonna get the I guess the remastered? Probably not. That's over consumerism and my room isn't big. I've said this many times. I'm fucking hunched over. I'm sorry guys. Yeah. I've said this many times. My room isn't really big. I'm buying another bookshelf though. But it's going to be one that you can kind of stack on top of each other. It's not going to be one that's like or that you have to build and it's like a big ass actual bookshelf. Um, I'm probably going to get two of them guys. To be honest, two of them guys. Well, in a total of four, but they come in a pair of two. So this right here, manga, y'all is a fucking uh is a brain fuck of death. So I'm not gonna say I don't fuck with this. Now this manga was released back then in the 90s. I think it's a classic, it's a cult classic. Um but it's one of those mangas that like you can definitely tell that it while it didn't age well, it is very part of its times. Guys, that's not my I hope y'all don't hear that in the background ringing. That's not me. Um this is Y'all probably can't hear. This mic probably ain't picking it up. So actually, I'm not gonna. You feel me? So I'm not gonna worry about that. So this follows the main character named Daisuke Niwa. I'm giving y'all the little synopsis. Daisuke Niwa is an ordinary middle school student with an extraordinary genetic condition. Whenever he starts longing for the girl of his dreams, he transforms into the legendary Phantom Thief Dark. The only way to lift this curse to have his love returned, of course, but how can Daisuke win the heart of a girl he can't even romance? This highly popular manga of unrequited love and fantastic adventure makes it its way to America at last. That's a little synopsis. So yeah, it follows the main character Daisuke. This nigga becomes the Phantom Thief. And he has a crush on this girl. We're just gonna open it up. Like I said, this shit's not gonna be edited. This, like I said, nothing to it. Nothing to it but to do it. Whoa, that mic is crazy. It follows this girl named Risa. And Risa has a twin sister who the Phantom Thief has a crush on. So when Daisuke sees Risa, or his basically his feelings starts, he starts overly being like, "Oh my gosh, Risa Chan." Um, he becomes a Phantom Thief, and when the Thief sees Risa's sister, it switches back to Daisuke. Now, this manga, if I had to rate it right now, 7-ish out of 10. By 7-ish, 7.5-ish. Like I said, it's not bad. It is a funny manga. Now I have seen the controversies of this manga in terms of, the Phantom Thief having a crush on, Risa's twin sister, and mind you, these are middle school kids, if I'm not mistaken. I think they're like 14 or something. And the Phantom Thief, even though his age isn't really described or but the nigga's old as shit. One like he's like I think like 400 or some shit years old. But even despite that, um, the nigga looks at least 17 or 18. Now niggas can argue with a wall or whatever on how would they believe, like if the controversy is stupid or not, because it's like, well, he's technically it's like the Yu-Gi-Oh situation. Like Yu-Gi-Oh isn't a grown ass nigga, or Yugi isn't a grown ass nigga, but like obviously he has like this god inside him. Pause. Uh, um, so people can argue with a wall and they think the controversy is stupid or not. Me personally, I see both sides. I see why there is controversy, but then I also see why some people could deem it as dumb, because it's like, well, the motherfucker is still 14, despite the fact of him changing into somebody else, because technically they're the same person. Um, Now this manga, like it's in the synopsis, is about unrequited love, and one thing I do like about this manga and what dragged me to it was that factor of that this manga basically, y'all know how I always say like manga is literature. Unrequited love is a theme in a lot of romance books that isn't something new. It's not a new theme at all. Um, but I like how this manga addresses it as that, and not just some cheesy manga love shit, right? It labels it as what it actually is in the mangaki's eyes, and I love that about about this manga. I love that about this manga, and I feel like if more mangas did that, especially in today's time, uh, I feel like a lot of it could be taken seriously. Now the Phantom Thief is passed on from generations to generations from Daisuke's family. He's a famous ass thief. At first, it was a little repetitive. I didn't really like how it was because, like after, like you can tell when it was set up for the next story or the next chapter or something like that, because it will always say like, "Oh, the Phantom Thief is coming to this museum to steal this at so and so time," and it did that twice, and then it did a little it got you because he goes to school with this nigga named uh I can't remember this nigga name. Hold on. By the way, also they're drippy. I don't. anime, 90s anime and 90s shit was like these was the drippiest motherfuckers. Like this nigga outfit, like I know it may be some basic shit, but this nigga outfit drippy than a bitch. Um, Saitoshi or Satoshi. Now Satoshi is part of the army. Well, his dad is in the army, but this nigga is technically a part of the army. Nigga smart as fuck. And he kind of picked up on the fact that Daisuke and Offensive Thief are the same. You know, light spoilers. I'm gonna put in the description. I'm going to put in the description, and I will put in the title that this shit has spoilers. So niggas, don't get mad at me because y'all are like, oh my gosh, like he didn't say anything. He didn't say nothing about the spoilers. Bitch, yes I did. Yes I did. Anyways, um, back to what I was saying. Um, and then there's a little twist where like Saitoshi basically like catches this nigga in it, you know, fumbles their whole plan and everything like that. And I like that they changed it up like that because I was like, oh my gosh, I hope this isn't the way they set it up every time because it was getting repetitive. The nigga would say, oh my gosh, the item is already stole. And then, you know, would get away and then it kind of would go into the next like event in the story, everything like that. Now I have not read volume two. Reason why I haven't read volume two, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I haven't been reading a lot of manga. I've slowly been getting into a lot of manga. We're gonna talk about Choujin X a little bit too. A two-parter. That's what y'all deserve. A two-parter that's not edited. It's yeah, that's crazy. But ain't nothing to it but to do it, right? Um, Dan Angel, and I'm just hitting slight little parts. Like this isn't like a review. It's more so like just a nerd out, just talking, y'all. Um, Dan Angel definitely. I would say for people who like older, anime, older manga. And even if you're just a collector ass type of person when it comes down to manga, I definitely would say get Dan Angel in your library. This shit is like I said, right now for me at least, it's a 7.5. But the story does have that 90s comedic flair to manga that older anime and older manga at that time did have. So if you like that, definitely go check it out. I think Dean Angel and I think Chojin, not Chojin X. What the fuck? I think Dean Angel. I'm still optimistic about it. I still do have some hope that maybe it's gonna get a little better because I do really want to like this. I'm not saying that I don't like it. It's just one of the things that I'm not eager to read. Um, because one is a trope that I've seen so many times. I feel like my issue is maybe if I was like just now getting into manga, especially like romance type of shit like uh, this might have been like one of the things that I held very highly. Uh, and I not saying I don't hold it highly. I do. It does have a special place. I'm not gonna say in my heart, but it does have a special place in my library. I definitely will be getting the whole collection of this because, like I said, I don't think it's ass. I just think that maybe I should have. This is something definitely I would introduce to people who are just now probably getting into like love anime or manga and romance. And like they want to go from like historic standpoints or whatever. You know who the fuck does that? But if you are one of those people who do that, then yeah. Um, but in the covers, I mean, the covers are pure art. I seen some. I know the remastered version. Has like the it has like colored art panels. Or like big ass, long ass colored art pages, and I really like the fact that a lot of like collector's editions are like starting to do that. Like these mangakas are, I guess, I would say putting more effort this it may I don't know if they genuinely want to put more effort or if it's something like the publishing company is telling them to do and like forcing them to do, which I hope they're not getting forced to do it. I hope it's like out of the generosity of their heart. But I have seen the colored now personally I don't like the remasters cover, but the nigga does look more well, honestly he looks younger. Uh in the covers for whatever reason. 'Cause the nigga's 14, and I mean here, I mean you can't really tell, but here, I mean the nigga does look his fucking age. Um, Even though it kind of looks, I guess, like emo-ish. Back here, that's Daisuke with the white coloring or the white grayish hair, and then that's the Phantom Thief with the black hair, right? But this manga is definitely, like I said, I definitely want to have, I definitely want to like it more than what I do. I'm probably gonna read volume two after this, and after I upload this, I may upload another video about volume two. Uh, but this manga, again, like I said, is something definitely you should pick up if you like older manga, or just older anime. I think this does have an anime. I do not remember if it 100% does or doesn't. Am I gonna watch it? Probably fucking not. I'm more than likely just gonna stay reading it. Now on to the second half. Choujin X. Let me go grab that for you guys. Come on. Oh, oh. The big fucking boy. Now, Shu Ishida, Sue or Shu, Ishida, Mr. Ishida, Sensei Ishida. You've done it a fucking again. Now look at this damn Renaissance ass painting that we got right here. If y'all don't know, if y'all not familiar with his art, y'all know he loved doing this art style and shit. Now have I finished Tokyo Ghoul? No. Okay. We're gonna get into why I haven't finished Tokyo Ghoul actually after I get done talking about Choujin X. Choujin X. Excuse my French, but I think I like it more than Tokyo Ghoul. Don't hang me if you do. That's low key kind of racist. Uh, don't shoot the messenger. Excuse my French again. I think I like it more than Tokyo Ghoul. The main character a little bit kind of is annoying. With his very weak sense of like self and self confidence. But I have to remember Kaneki was like that in the beginning. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. If y'all don't remember Tokyo Ghoul, Kaneki was like a little pushover. The nigga didn't really have like didn't think for a second. It took a lot out of this nigga. This actually he had to be mentally broken to finally be like, you know what, nigga, fuck all y'all. I'm going crazy. So I imagine the same thing is going to happen here. I actually have volume two come arrive. I'm gonna get volume two on Friday. I actually got a lot of manga coming in Friday, so I am going to show y'all the mangas I got. I'm not going to spoil all of them. Besides, I did say volume two. Now, this follows reading a little synopsis for y'all. Best friends. Now, I don't know if his name is Tokyo or Tokayo. That is very American and that is very wrong and I'm very sorry. But we're gonna call him Tokyo for how I read his name. Tokyo and Azuma do everything together. Even if most of the time it feels like Tokyo is just stumbling along in Azuma's cooler, more talented footsteps. But when they're attacked one night by a superhuman mutant called a Choujin, either it's Choujin or Chojin, but I think it's Choujin. Tokyo finally has a chance to shine by turning into a Choujin himself. Uh, Being a superpowered creature isn't all it's cracked up to be, though. Tokyo has to hide his transformation from his family and dodge a truancy charge at school, all while dealing with the increasingly odd incidents happening around town. Now, uh, I didn't know what I was getting. Well, I kind of figured what I was getting into when I like knew it was from the creator of Tokyo Regul. What the hell, Tokyo Ghoul? But um, before I go into why I like it more than Tokyo Ghoul, uh, this story, like I said, like it said in the synopsis, it follows Tokyo and Azuma. Now, Tokyo is a very he has low self esteem, low confidence. Goes into his past, basically bullied all his life as an outcast. And Azuma is a kind of level headed, smart, stand up, like he'll stand up for himself, his friends, type of person. Uh, and I really like the concept. I really like the duo instead of it's not like Hayes and Kaneki, but there are similarities to like not to Tokyo Ghoul because one thing I don't want to do is compare this book to Tokyo Ghoul because in all respect to Shuei Ishida, I do believe that this he wants to, I guess, set this apart. In my opinion, if I had to guess, he wants to set this apart and make it be looked at as its own, its own creation. So I'm gonna try to limit those comparisons, but I can't say I see the little kind of like patterns with the friendship relationships and all this other shit. But it does do shit different. Um, now in this manga, bro, the child, the art is insane. Now I know a lot of people praise him for his art, but the art is genuinely insane. Now this manga does seem a lot more comedic, and not like it's super comedy heavy, but from the first volume alone, the characters are like a lot of the characters they show their personality like a lot off rip. These are very personable people. Um, when you get into Azuma, Tokyo, I think what's the Eli. When you get into and Eli, like she stands out a lot because she has one. I'm from the South. Now, obviously, I get that Japanese South and like American South is different in terms of dialect and personality and how people act, but in a way, like it reminds me of just like being just from the South, like her twang, her slang, and how like it's just completely different. I mean, she stands out a lot. She stands out. Okay, my phone's gonna die, y'all, but not soon. Uh, and I really do like her character. Um, and before y'all say some weird fuck ass shit, because I know some people are gonna try to take that out of context. It's not like that. I just think her personality is cool. I like Tokyo. And like I said, even though Tokyo isn't really my favorite character because of his like it is almost annoying how low his self confidence is. But at the same time, like it's not nothing I can hate. Because it is shown throughout the manga that he has always been like that, right? He has always leaned on Azuma, and I feel like this story is definitely going to take us through a form of character growth. And I'm not going to say like never seen before, but I do feel like it's going to take us through character growth that will end up making me like Tokyo. So I'm not going to be harsh on his character. I'm not going to be harsh on the writing of his character because I do believe that he's going to gain this confidence or he's just going to become a fucking badass. And that's not due to the fact of Tokyo Ghoul. That's just due to the fact of what I have hopes for and expectations for this work of art. Um, I think my favorite part of this manga, though, even though I did say all that about Tokyo, is when they were fighting like these thugs and they had the syringes, Tokyo and Azuma, and Tokyo wasn't gonna let Azuma take the syringe to like help them because they was getting their ass handed to him. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. And Tokyo, with tears in his eyes, full. He was like, he basically essentially said like, I can't let you take this because I feel like if I do, I won't. I'm gonna lose you forever. And yes, while that does show, I guess the peak of like no self resilience, no self confidence, no like self dependency, like you depend on other people. Um, it still was a heavy hitting, heartwarming, heart moving thing. And the way the emotion and expression was shown, and the way the conversation that led to that point, it was just like, bro, this shit is great. And then another part of this manga that I really loved was when, so after Tokyo took the syringe, he becomes this like vulture like creature, like he or Choujin, he still is human, but he has like this vulture. They describe it as like a mask with a beak, but it's not a mask because the shit literally is like implemented on his face. Now, obviously, he change back. It's alluding or it's like foreshadowing that he probably can change back to his regular face because when he got changed to it and he was trying to take Azuma to the hospital. Azuma was like, "No, let me do it myself. You know, you gotta be in hiding, because you know the world doesn't like Choujins. The world views Choujins as evil, as bad. Shit. So it was so you know Azuma did it himself. But a panel I liked also was when Tokyo didn't know what to do, right? So he went to someone, you know, he trusted. He went to Tokyo, or no. Take that back. Take that back. Um, Tokyo wanted to check on Azuma because ever since after the hospital, after Azuma went to the hospital, he never texted him back, right? He never responded. So Tokyo want to go check on him, and you know, Tokyo went to his crib and you know, full disguise, making sure no one knew who he was or you know what he was, and he called. He called Azuma's phone, you know, outside his house. He sees the light of the phone, Blair. Uh, and he's like, "Oh, that means he must be home." Azuma picks up the phone. You know, Tokyo's like, "Hey, man, I'm outside your house, but don't worry. No one has found me." Da, da, da. But he asked for his help essentially, and Azuma. I wouldn't say he's a bad friend. I just think maybe him saying his friend that he's been close with ever since a child be something uh that the world despises, that the world is scared of. I felt like Azuma made himself even be a little scared. Uh he, you know, yelled at Tokyo and was like, you know, you can't depend on me for everything. You know, you gotta go figure out shit yourself. You gotta stop depending on me. You gotta stop, you know. And while it did hurt Tokyo's feelings, it also very deeply hurt Azuma to say that because that's not really what he meant, you know? That's not really what he meant to say, and he knew that it was probably a little harsh and that he should not have said that. And those were like the best moments to me in this manga because they were heart moving, bro. They did something. And at the same time, it's like that's why I see these characters are very personable because so early on, the first volume, it lets you know these characters' personality and it makes you feel a little bit closer to these characters. And I very deeply do love may be a strong word, but it's a strong word that I'm confident to use when it comes down to this manga. I very deeply do love this manga. Now I will say the one thing that I probably will take away from it is that it does have a lot of comedic elements that sometimes feel a little overbearing. Especially when like Eli first is fighting the nigga that's the smoke child and I can't remember his name. That essentially said he gave her the power. Um, but I still love this manga. This manga is great, and I am very, very ready for volume 2 to get in my hand so I can read. I definitely recommend this to you guys if you guys are Tokyo Ghoul fans, or even if you're not Tokyo Ghoul fans, if you just want to pick up some fire shit, this right here, Choujin X is definitely it. Let me make sure what percent my phone on. Okay, now why now we're going to get into why I haven't really read Tokyo Ghoul. I haven't really read Tokyo Ghoul because I remember watching Tokyo Ghoul or Tokyo Ghoul being one of like the very first animes that kind of launched me into anime, right? And I remember like being when I was younger to loving it, relating to Kaneki Heavy. Like we all had that like little edgy phase where we were like, oh my gosh, like Kaneki's so me, man. If you would have put a centipede in my head and kept making me count, bro, and I went crazy, I would have killed them too. I would have mongoed them. Type. Yeah. Like, anyways, um, but Tokyo Ghoul still does hold a special place in my heart. It's a manga that I still would recommend. It's an anime that I would recommend. I know a lot of people talk about how Tokyo Ghoul, the anime, is utterly dookie dog water after the second season. I beg to differ. I like all. I don't really like Tokyo Ghoul Re, but I liked all of Tokyo Ghoul. Um, but um, I've tried to get into Tokyo Ghoul many, many, many times, especially after I had found out that the manga is the way better version than the anime. So I was like, you know what? And this is what got me into manga. Because if I Tokyo Ghoul wasn't my very first manga that I read, but it was one of the very first mangas, like probably like top 3 to 2 mangas that were like the first mangas that I picked up on. Um, but Tokyo Ghoul, I haven't really finished it only due to the fact that like because I've rewatched the anime so much to where like when it comes out to the manga, I feel like I just know everything and like sometimes it's a drag, but I will try to uh power my way through it so I can read it because it is a work of art that I genuinely do want to read. It is a work of art that I don't uh I don't want to give it the disservice of not reading it because I feel like it's a drag because I've watched it so many times, if that makes sense. Um but with Choujin X it has been a completely different experience and I feel like that's why I loved it so much. But even out of respect for the Mangeka's past works, I also want to read Tokyo Ghoul. Now, I recently did get, which I got it early, and we'll talk about this for a little bit, and then I'll end because my shit is on 8%. Um, I recently picked up. Y'all can't even see it because it's on this fucking side. I recently picked up Kingdom. I've been heavily anticipating this fucking series to drop in English. Now, I haven't read this yet. I am on, I think it's season 1, episode like 14 or 13 of the anime. I definitely will be rereading chapter 1 though, or volume 1, to just refresh my memory. And as I'm actively watching the newer episodes, and these are the English prints are coming out and releasing in America, I will pick them up and I will be rereading them to just refresh my brain. Kingdom is great. Kingdom is 9 out of 10. Now this shit is a information cluster fuck. Uh because it deals with ancient China. There's a lot of informational things while be it very fictional, but still based or still has like information or places that were real to China at that time. Um, so I definitely do recommend Kingdom though. I'm gonna be real with y'all. Like y'all may hate me for saying this, but Kingdom is like Berserk to me. Not in terms of the same context and how it is, but in terms of a very beloved series that not many people talk about. But unless you know they're the fans of it, you will not realize that like Kingdom is fucking amazing. Like Kingdom is like the Vinland Saga before Vinland Saga, if that makes sense. And not saying that Kingdom and Vinland Saga are kind of the same, but in terms of like I don't know. There are parallels to the to it to me personally. I love Kingdom though. I love Kingdom. I was y'all don't understand how like when I heard that their English releases were coming, I was excited. I actually got this the day I got this a day early for from the actual pre-order date because I think they actually released on the 11th. I got this on the 10th. Shout out to Manga Basket. Now before y'all say, well, why didn't you shout out the person that sold you this? It's because I can't remember, and I think I checked out as a guest. But if I do, I'm gonna put their shit in the description. But shout out to Manga Basket. Go follow them on Instagram. I got this shit, man. Shit fire. Um, love Kingdom. Love Kingdom. This is a thick motherfucker too. I love mangas that's like this thick, bro. Um, they damn near. Well, I ain't gonna say they damn near omnibuses because omnibuses is 10 times thicker. But this is a thick boy, and you feel me? I fuck with I fuck with big ass mangas like this, man. Um, they damn near the same thickness. Choujin X is a bit thicker. Pause, bro. Before y'all niggas be like, bro, why you comparing that shit, bro? What the fuck wrong with you? But but yeah. And a review, I mean, not a review, but a little nerd out session may come of Kingdom if y'all want one. Cause I definitely am gonna read this shit too. But I am gonna read D and Angel for you niggas, so I can talk about D and Angel Volume 2. Uh, but yeah, ain't nothing to it but to do it, y'all. So it's gonna be. I'm not gonna sit here and say it's gonna be a new series because I kind of feel like it's a little lazy, but not really. Like I said, this is really just a testament to myself to get out videos and content that I just want to make without worrying about the editing. I know I'm gonna have to put this shit on TikTok, and that's the most annoying part. Is putting this shit on TikTok. To let you niggas know that I'm still fucking alive, cause I know a lot of people from my TikTok and like IG reels and shit probably don't come over to my YouTube. So a lot of you niggas probably thinking that like I made a damn, I made an account and I just never I forgot to log in or something. No, damn that coppers are outside today, bro. What the hell is going on? Um, but yeah. Tell me what y'all have been heavily anticipated for. Tell me what y'all have been reading. Like I said, when my mangas come in on Friday, we definitely gonna have like a mini manga haul. By that time, I might just give y'all another two-parter review with that. I might give y'all a Kingdom and the Angel Volume 2 review. I have not, yeah, I have not read Volume 5 of Soul Eater yet. Uh, so before they'll be like, "Did you just forget about Soul Eater?" No, I just haven't read Volume 5 yet, buddy. Um, so and is there? I'm looking at my desk right now. Oh yeah, and Tower Dungeon 2, Volume 2. Uh, and News Extras Volume 2. I haven't forgot. I haven't forgot. But yeah, man. I love you guys. Peace.